situations and everyday occurrences
and show how one could or could not.
Keeping it on the P for real.
Gotta tune in to
Yo,
these
ladies
brothers.
and gentlemen, TZ Vaughn Savage and Jay Lava is in the fucking building.
Keep It P podcast. Be one to you players.
Y'all tune in to their podcast here.
Yeah, that's my part right there, boy. That is my part. This is the Keep It podcast where we take news situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed, we show how one could have it, could not have it, be keeping it P. And I'm not trying to take the thing. Trying to show you how to think. That's the reason why I bust down the articles the way I do. And oh my gosh. Look at what they got here. It says House passes a bill to protect same-sex and interracial marriages. So same-sex. So is those two specific groups? I just want to know.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say yes.
I mean, was there a certain vice president or something saying that they could do things specifically for a specific group? I'm just saying.
That.
And scroll down some real quick. Scroll down on the article. Let me see if I can bust it out. Scroll down on it. I got it.
You said you want some.
Or is there a video? Oh, it's
just
video.
It's not.
Scroll and I might be able to go ahead and hit it. Yeah. But you got to tell you again the individual that was.
They got you sounding Papa Smoky.
Oh, they got me
good?
sounding bad.
Yeah, you're talking like a million miles.
Oh,
Fam said, they got you sounding bad? It's hard.
But that's because we coming with about the alphabet crew. I'm not surprised.
I bet.
But they would try to sabotage this one. You know, sometimes it's just as funny as the algorithms. They be like, this is black and black. Don't let them say that now. Don't let them say that about them alphabet folks now. Y'all bet. They talking about them alphabet folks now. I bet not say nothing wrong about them alphabet folks.
You bet not. Never.
I will not have it bad.
You're gonna be in trouble.
Alphabet folks now, y'all.
You know that. Now.
No.
We got a bit of
They ain't trying to let us get the video.
Can you hear that?
Nope. My signal was terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, my signal was terrible wherever I'm right now. This is the worst.
Hold on. So you can't hear that. All right. Yeah.
I might be ruining it.
No, you're not, because I'm about to show this right here.
It affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans.
If you look at the reality of benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it.
Hmm?
Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. Because whatever benefits black people, let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people.
No.
Because whatever benefits black
She said let's hear about that. But U.S. House has a bill to protect same-sex marriage and interracial marriage, which, like Jay Lava said, were two specific groups. The U.S. House of Representatives passed a bill on Tuesday that will provide federal protection for same-sex marriage and fears that the Supreme Court could roll back recognition of such unions. Such unions.
Strong.
Protections.
Would you look at that?
Protection. You said what?
I said, well, would you look at that?
Huh.
Sounds like you got backing of the government to specific. They just got done for talking black ass. They can't do nothing for you.
At all. And it was 267 to 157. 47 Republican lawmakers joined Democrats in voting for the bill, which was mirrored applause on the House floor when it passed. So, hold on. This sounds like bipartisan, though.
Well, they can come together when it's something that's not about black people.
I thought Republicans didn't ride with the gay. With the forbid gang. Don't y'all? Huh? Oh, I forgot it.
Well, you know that.
In the back, the couch under the pew. Okay. Okay.
Well, you know they secretly gangster gay anyway.
Right. And love it. Love it. The people that usually go the hardest against something secretly love it deep down. You smell me?
Yep.
When you go like just that's why on show we don't speak in absolute. See? Now that's why we don't be on here like the whitest the devil.
Right.
A lot of y'all is. But not all of y'all. Not all of y'all. See, we don't speak in absolutes. But you know y'all got some bad seeds. We show it every show almost every show.
Hey,
got a lot.
hey, cuz I'm getting a lot of crackling for your mic, B.
Okay. Oh. Man,
You know I ain't gonna have y'all
because I ain't turning
up there, brother,
it up and I see that's
in the street.
what that voice.
You know what I'm saying? I
Is it better?
ain't gonna have my brother out there in the street. Yeah.
Which is good.
No, actually, still doing it.
Mic check.
Yeah, you might have to go back to the old mic. Yeah, I've been noticing that. It's a lot of crumble, Timmy tumble. It's a lot of crickle, crackle, Jimmy Jackal. It's a lot of it's a lot of fairy fitty fatto over there.
Hold on.
Yeah, maybe it might be the signal though, because I see you in yellow.
Now I'm thinking it's the signal then.
Yeah, it might be the signal, but you do sound better though.
Or it could be alphabet gang. Alphabet gang.
I try I tried to deny the powers that be, but we got to recognize the fact that we are out here putting out messages that are not with the status quo. So it ain't like it ain't a target on our platform's back. That's why we finna start broadcasting on keepitppodcast.com. Website being built right now because we ain't finna be playing these games with YouTube and all the things that they think they want to do with us because we ain't having it. Period. Fuck around and get an app and broadcast to the app only. And everybody just had an app on their phone because I know Yurima Karama does that. He has an app. I need to figure out how he does that. Shit dope. That might be nice if we had our own app.
I bet.
But anyway,
I bet there's a lot of avenues.
Oh yeah. I mean, we gonna find one because I ain't finna keep trying to stifle our message and our sounds, and I ain't got time for that. The messages don't get put out yet. We'll still deal with the platforms as much as we can. That's why it's so important for y'all to go subscribe to the backup channels. And definitely everybody need to be over there on the Keep It P podcast channel, like right now, like as if your life depended on it. Period. And it's four words that we leave you with. It's love, peace, with blessings. You heard that? Blessings. And there's Maloha on top of that. I'm gonna hit you with the B1. And roll that beautiful beam footage.
B1 to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the U.S. government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this is a petition to demand cash reparations for foundational Black Americans addressing two critical components. So what is anti-Black racism? Anti-Black racism is defined here as policies and practices rooted in American institutions such as government, finance, education, healthcare, and justice that mirror and reinforce economic deprivation, racially targeted laws, beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, stereotyping and/or discrimination toward foundational Black Americans. What is a public health crisis, you ask? Well, a health crisis or public health crisis is a difficult situation or complex health system that affects humans in one or more geographic areas, from a particular locality to encompass the entire planet. Health crises generally have significant impacts on community health, loss of life, and on the economy. And ultimately the solution to the problem, it is imperative that the United States government declare anti-Black racism a public health crisis for foundational Black Americans. In 2020, as a community, Asian Americans experienced only 287 hate crimes nationwide. However, FBA in the same year suffered 2,871 reported hate crimes. As we know, those are just the reported accounts according to the F.B.I. As foundational Black Americans, we know that the number should reach in the billions daily. This resulted in a 94-1 unanimous decision to pass into law an anti-Asian hate crime provision to make Asian a protected class. With anti-Black racism being thousands of times more prevalent and permeating within the fabric of America, we ask that you sign this petition to say we are sick of studies and commissions to study forums and meaningless holidays and nothing burger symbolic gestures. We demand the U.S. government to urgently disperse the first initial reparations cash payment of $20 trillion to the surviving descendants of American chattel.
We need to go out here and say exactly what we want. And we got to say it with our chest. And we kind of start pussyfooting around, and we got to stop being scared to say exactly what we want, what we need. We need that paper. Say it with your chest. Damn all that. We need justice. We need y'all to love us. No. We don't need that paper. We need reparations in the form of a check. Let's stop being afraid